At 2:17 a.m., a radio station received a signal from a place that had been empty for more than 20 years. No houses, no towers, no roads, no power, just a dead forest on an old government map. At first, the operator thought it was static, a weak pulse. 3 seconds on, 3 seconds off, then silence. But the next night, it came back. Same frequency, same pattern, same exact time. 2:17 a.m. By the fourth night, the station manager ordered the signal to be recorded. The tape captured nothing unusual for the first few seconds, just static. Then the pulse began, slow, steady, almost like breathing. And then, underneath the noise, there was something else. A voice. It was too distorted to understand. But it did not sound far away. It sounded like someone was standing right next to the microphone. The signal was traced to a remote forest region known only as Sector 11. Years earlier, the area had appeared on military maps. Then, without explanation, it disappeared from newer ones. There were no radio towers listed there, no research stations, no emergency equipment, and no registered source of electricity within 30 miles. So the question was simple. How was something broadcasting from there? 2 technicians and 1 field officer were sent to investigate. They drove as far as the road allowed. Then they walked. The forest was quiet. Too quiet. No birds, no insects, not even wind moving through the trees. After 3 hours, their signal meter began to move. The closer they walked, the stronger the signal became. But every time they changed direction, the meter pointed them back to the same location, a clearing. In the center of that clearing was a metal pole, half buried, rusted, bent slightly toward the trees. There were no wires attached to it, no battery, no antenna, no transmitter, nothing that could explain the signal. The team reported the discovery by radio. Then they waited. At 2:10 a.m., their equipment started to fail. 1 flashlight went out, then another. The tape recorder turned on by itself. At 2:15, the radio began to hiss. At 2:16, the signal meter hit its maximum reading. And at exactly 2:17 a.m., every receiver they carried switched on at once. The pulse returned. 3 seconds on, 3 seconds off. Then the voice came through again. This time it was clear enough to make out a few words. The field officer wrote them down in his notebook. But when the official file was released years later, that page was missing. Only 1 technician ever spoke about what he heard. He said the voice did not ask for help. It did not give a warning. It simply described where they were standing. The trees, the clearing, the pole. Then it said something that made the team stop recording. It said their names, one by one. After that, the signal changed. The pulse became faster. The static grew louder. And for 12 seconds, the tape captured a second sound. Footsteps, not near the team, not behind them, but coming from inside the radio. The field officer ordered everyone to leave immediately. They packed nothing. They left the recorder running in the clearing. When they returned the next morning with a larger crew, the pole was gone. No hole in the ground, no tracks, no marks, just flat soil where it had been standing the night before. The recorder was still there, still running, but the tape inside was blank, all except for the final 9 seconds. In those 9 seconds, the same voice returned one last time. This time, it was not speaking through static. It was whispering. The official report called the event an unidentified transmission anomaly, a technical error, a signal reflection, a coincidence. But 1 handwritten note was found in the back of the file. It was written by the station manager who first received the broadcast. It said the signal was not coming from Sector 11. It was answering from there. 3 days later, the frequency went silent forever. No pulse, no voice, no static, nothing. But every year, on the same date, at exactly 2:17 a.m., radio operators near that region report the same problem. A sudden burst of static, a weak signal, and a voice too quiet to understand. Most people turned it off, but one operator claimed he listened long enough to hear the first sentence. He said the voice was not calling for help. It was counting. And when it reached 3, it said his name.